Hello, friends, me again. And I am just here to have a conversation. This is kind of a four-part video. Two things I need you to know, and a bonus two-part challenge that I have for you. So we'll jump right in, and the messages I need you to know. We'll start with message one. You are important. Period. No arguments, no challenges. That ideology is irrefutable. You are important. And if you are like me, you forget that often. And I'm around a lot of people who are like me, as evidenced by the fact that I've heard them say that they're nobody, or that their voice doesn't matter, or that their opinions are bullcrap and blah, 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 all this other bullcrap that's been fed to you by the world and by your own mind. It's untrue. Don't listen to that. You are absolutely important, and you deserve to feel as such. Point number two is that small purpose is still just as necessary as big purpose. It's easy to remember that the people who are out here curing cancer or making a difference by fighting for civil rights, it's very easy to remember that they are important. They serve a purpose. Their purpose is very much on the forefront of who they are as people. For others, and I mean, I'm sure that they face their challenges. I'm sure they have moments where they question it. If you're one of them and you're here questioning that, no, you are absolutely doing the necessary work. You are here for a purpose. We need you to keep fighting the good fight. We need you to keep doing the research that you're doing. We need you to keep innovating and keep creating and keep showing the world new ways. But if you're like me, it's easier to forget that because you don't have the big brain, you don't have the super skills of these researchers out here, these doctors, these teachers, these highly qualified people who have gone through so much hard work and who are also just super talented. And I mean, you don't have all of that backing up your statistics in your mind. And so your brain and sometimes even the world kind of is there to remind you of that. And I'm here to say that that's not entirely true. Like, you are still just as necessary. Because going back to point number one, you are important. If you were not here, the world would be different. I don't want to go out of my way and say that it would be different good or different bad, but it would be different. And we don't really want to think about how different it would be because we don't know the what ifs. But the fact that it would be different just shows that you hold space, and that means you are important. So by all means, take up that space that you hold and be who you are, because it's needed. Whether we think it or not, it is needed, and it serves a purpose. Even if that purpose is as small as to just make someone else smile that day, that is necessary. That is absolutely 100% valid as a purpose. It's what I have to remind myself every day. I like to joke that I'm the comedic relief, but I mean, that's kind of an honor to be in someone's life. If I can just make someone smile every day, I've done my job. I've done my job in life. I've served my purpose, and I have to constantly remind myself of that because it's easy to forget when you're not out doing big things and you don't see the world moving based on something you've done. I mean, it's easy to forget that, but like, even if you are doing something as mundane as just washing dishes for your family and making sure that they have a safe house to be in, or a safe place, not really a house, but a home, making sure they have safe people around, that's valid. And if you are out there and you just feed a stray animal, you have made a difference in that animal's life. And that's absolutely necessary and 100% needed. So I just wanted you to remember those things. And it's hard to find reminders like that often. But I want you to come back to this video anytime you need to have that reminder, because without you, the world would be different, and regardless of whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's not a thing that we want to know. Because you are important, you matter, and we need you in this world. You make the world what it is. Now, for the challenges, I have 2 of them. For those who are like me and have a lot of trouble remembering how important they are and how to love themselves because they think they're nobodies, and I want you to do this challenge. I actually had to do it for a music video that you will see next month, and it was hard. Shouldn't have been that hard, but it is hard. I had to come up with a certain amount of things that I liked about myself, that I loved about myself, something that I could tell myself, hey, you are this, you do this, and just remind myself of who I am and what is lovable about me, what is worthy about me, just in my existence, because just existing makes you worthy of love. Just existing makes you who you are, and who you are is worthy of love. You are important, you deserve to be shown as such. So I went with 14 things about myself for this challenge. I'm gonna go roll some dice. I'll be right back. Whoop, I stepped on paper. Fun. It is stuck to my foot. Let's see. Where are my dice? They are everywhere. So let's just go with 3d8s. So I'm going to come back over to the camera. Thank you, Emerald Dahlia, for the lovely little flourishes that we have here. But alright, let's just roll some dice here. Got 3d8 here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The dice have spoken. You can see them. Yes, they have spoken. So, I challenge you to come up with 10 things that you find that you truly like about yourself, directly or indirectly. Like, I had to go indirectly here and be like, okay, my standards are high, so the company I keep around me are very, very wonderful, loving people. That was an example. Another example is that I make people smile. So things like that. I want you to really think about that part. And I want you to find at least 10 things. The dice have spoken. Now, part 2 of this challenge here is that I want you to then try and find 2 or 3 ways a week. If you want to go more, you can. If you're just not feeling it, that's okay. There's no rules here. But just 2 or 3 ways a week to pass that message along to others. Because we are all struggling. You don't know the battles where other people are facing. I don't know the battles you're facing. You don't know the battles I'm facing. I'm pretty transparent about it, so you probably do know mine if you just asked. But, I mean, it is what it is. So just spread kindness and remind people, find ways to remind them that they're important. It could be as small as just giving them a hug with consent. Consent is key. Or a high five or a fist bump. It could be words of affirmation of just writing them a note and reminding them of who they are as people and telling them, hey, I really love you, and hey, I've seen you do this thing, it was pretty cool. Or even just being just like, hey, you look like you need a word of advice or a word of encouragement. Not advice, I wouldn't do advice, but a word of encouragement of, here, give a nod, say you got this, and then go about your day, because you got this. So that is what I have to say for this video, and thank you for sticking around if you have, and if you haven't, then, well, I'll see you in the next time. But I wanted to just use this platform to kind of spread a little bit of kindness, because we are lacking in a lot of positivity lately, and we need more of that. We're all human, we are all people, and we deserve to feel loved, no matter who we are, no matter who we choose to be. Even people I don't particularly agree with. I hope you all take this message to heart and remember that you don't know what you don't know. Remind the people around you that they are important, because they are. You are. I love you all.